gets limited in how he can play the situation. That repeat costs Furia
okay,
so much.
He's right back into this one. 9 seconds, limited time. Him for NaVi to get that ball down, and Caserado from the depths of hell tries to pull them out. The matchup gets underway. Best of 3 to kick off the EWC. LXCB breaks open that vent and plays close in towards Squeaky Door. He's going to have a lot of presence coming towards him. Caserado newly resigned and will resign the life of LXCB. Imma falling down, Cello stepping out with it. JL missing shots in the rafters, still alive and eventually getting taken out by Skulls. Bit now left alone. It's a 1v4 total for Bit, and he has got one already locked in, but couldn't stop Caserado once he got those Julies in his hands. So a good start here for Furia.
3 Galils, 2 AK-47s. And Bit's gonna play behind the smoke and ramp, and that makes it so easy as they try and walk through. Beautiful double kill. Can't find Fallen, but damage is done. Information is passed over.
Wonderful can't really stick around and go for that fight either. Mollied back. He has to go up towards Heaven instead. So some ramp room space to play with now for Fury, and in particular Skulls, who can start out at 3. But they're thinking about that lower bomb site. And if they come here, they've got to deal with Imma. And the Romanian, he's just waiting to strike, realizes he has to drop down into that lower bomb site. 19 seconds, he's inside of the darkness. They still have to try and check him. They've got an idea, and they deal with him. 13 seconds left now for Furia. Bomb plant coming through in that smoke, but JL with a headshot might have just sealed the deal here for NaVi. Yuri sticking to that plant again, has enough time, but JL does it again. It's Skull's life with no time left, and now he needs to stay alive. He can't go down after the time, otherwise $1,000 in the bank, and JL does so much in that round for NaVi.
Expecting, you're probably saying like, hey guys, watch for an upper bust, watch for an explosion, maybe a few Tech 9s on the board, look for that aggressive play.
Look at this, aggressive play indeed from LXCB inside of that smoke. Yuri's predicting this kind of movement though. He's got a read on it. Oh, barrel comes through and LXCB will fall. JL holds the site for just 1. Turned it out quite effectively. Awkward fight close door, but Caserado wins it. And Furia now into a 3 versus 1. It's Bit who's made sound now coming up Heaven. Doesn't feel comfortable going back into the bomb site via that avenue, and
as the Liquid roster was.
Yeah, well, Bit has just been spotted thanks to the shadows, so they're very aware of his close position here. They're going to try and clear him, but dealing with Bit is another problem altogether. Bit on the double, and now he has JL to act as a distraction as Bit cleans up 3 with a FAMAS. That is the only weapon worth talking about for NaVi, and finally it is stopped by Caserado, but there's 55 seconds left in this round. NaVi, unfortunately, only have 3 USPs left, but we've seen stranger things happen, and Wonderful's position is so strong, they just walk right into it.
Yeah, there's no way to clear that. These USPs, weaker weapons, but they've got all the time in the world to slide into awkward spots. Obviously make things really easy for Wonderful. And there's the peak, there's the kill, and NaVi stay on the board with a 2nd round.
Protected Skulls, who is just waiting ever so patiently.
And he's calling lobby clear right now, which is super dangerous for LXCB inside the bomb site.
Wonderful picks off another. It's Yuri that goes down, and Skulls will activate onto LXCB. Bit falls in turn. And now Furia with 40 seconds left. They've got a player advantage, but they've got to get that ball down into the site. JL descends down the vent.
Like, you know, you'd make that other decision. Something they have in research of like a play they want to call, of noticing, you know, NaVi sometimes leaves this empty. Let's see if we can test it, because twice walking through that smoke.
And Caserado just assassinating the upper bomb site. LXCB and Imma go down. JL stepping up. Bit has to double up and does exactly that through the control room window. Despite not starting the round at ramp, Bit is still able to deliver impact, defending this lower bomb site. Running out of ammo in that primary weapon. Switches out to the pistol. Couldn't finish off the job, but perhaps that will fall instead to JL. Yuri low on health. That smoke makes it uncomfortable for JL, but he moves into strong position. That gap in the smoke, it looks tantalizing for JL, and he's going to catch the perfect timing, leaving it all on Fallen. The Professor goes down to JL, and it is a 5-4 scoreline as NaVi take a small lead thanks to Bits from Bit. Currently looking at a 14-6 scoreline right now for him in particular. And Imma under pressure, under a lot of scrutiny, and that's Caserado with some speed, packing a punch into this upper bomb site. Just a punch that'll knock out JL. That bomb site falls. Wonderful! Oh, descends down with a no-scope, and Caserado's out of there. What a stylish maneuver from Wonderful. And it's Yuri left in a 1v2, and they're both low, but Wonderful does not care. 6-4. Down ramp again. Good position for him, but now has to reposition. Fallen in the meantime is coming up to try and get this flank on. Wonderful not reading this, not predicting this, and this could be very effective for Fallen because no one is considering the fact that this is a possibility. Fallen could get a double kill from this, takes out Wonderful, sees Bit, and he manages just 1 this time, Bit. It is falling apart here for NaVi in this round, and it is Furia piecing it together.
I mean, this just goes back to what I just mentioned, like some kind of, they're on different pages, like not communicating as well. It's not flowing because we just opened up this round of like, oh, Alexi hears those cross smokes, footsteps running across, and yet
starts to think about this possibility. He's not seeing anybody until that smoke fades away. He takes out Yuri, goes back to cover off cello, and it's very effective for Wonderful to kick off this round. It puts Furia down to just 3 players. And this could end up, well, it should be 7-5 now for NaVi.
And yeah, you can see they were trying to pinch into this upper bomb site, right? They were trying to wait for this smoke to fade over towards door and be able to attack into it with a pinch from Mini, but that ain't happening anymore. And Fallen's off. Not a great weapon to try and find an opening towards this upper site. Spots a leg, has information. There's Wonderful for a 1-for-1, but on top, this defense is way too strong.
coldzera left alone, but BiT will crush him. What a strong performance from Wonderful.
Their offense into the Furia defense.
Well, speaking of tests, cello has one right now, and he does not pass. He gets absolutely destroyed by Wonderful.
But give him like a phone a friend, right? Get someone like
help.
Anyone.
Yeah, unfortunately for cello, he's left out to dry. And it is very hot here in Riyadh. It's going to be Fallen taking Alexi B out of that with grenade. It lands perfectly. Numbers evened out again. NaVi in this post plant looking to defend the onslaught of CTs, looking to try and retake this. Once Skulls goes out decon and is decapitated, is JL with that big headshot. Wonderful gone. Yuri following up. And a 2v3 here for NaVi. Suddenly down to just Ima and BiT to close this one out.
No kit.
There's time, but yeah, it is starting to tick. And that big headshot from BiT is certainly going to help matters here for NaVi because they are just absolute nuisances at this point. Ima get back in, gets around the corner, and time is now ticking. 2-5 for coldzera to win this round. NaVi will take themselves the pistol to kick off this second half.
3 NaVi members circle his location.
Yeah, for the first time on this game, we've got cello looking to say hello. He's got himself a kill on Wonderful. Big round from cello. You'll get an important double. Most of his teammates need to step up, but NaVi coming out, swinging and fighting and getting into that lower bomb site. His numbers are now evened out with just enough time to put that bomb down comfortably and get away. BiT follows up with a headshot on Yuri and Furia. This is a disastrous round for them. They were in a powerful position, but it just stopped working out. And NaVi are now looking to reach double figures on the scoreboard as the desperate lead back in is cancelled because coldzera and Skulls realize they can't win this one.
I think that's a horrible defense. A little bit on top of that silo to connect with a kill. Does get one. I think Fallen is way too committed to being like a hardcore teammate and supportive teammate. Out in the open, you've got 2-3 choke points. You've got to worry about the window and the doors on control side, decon as well. And Fallen just gets completely caught with no ability to have an impact. And that is, as you said, a disaster for Furia.
Good job at staying alive, but now time is a factor for NaVi to consider. So they put that bomb down. Now the pressure is completely on Furia to pull this one back. And so far, so good. 2 kills, pulled back. They're charging down Ima. They trade him out eventually. It's now JL and BiT, sure, with better weapons, but those AKs, they've been picked up off the floor. And the spoils of war may work in favor here for Furia. Lack of kit is a problem.
It's done.
And they are locked out by that smoke. They have a grenade to blow it open, but they need this kill on JL, and he holds down just one. BiT now in a position at control room where he can take out the ramp player, and he's in a very good spot to try and deny the defuse. They're going to stick it, but the time is gone, and BiT has won this, just staying alive for NaVi.
I was going to say, it's planted backside. That could actually get a little bit sketchy, but no kid. Probably didn't have time for the defuse and gets off it anyways.
Let's see what cello can do with that sniper. No one coming towards him this time. Last round was all about ramp for NaVi. This time, no one even thinking about it because it's all about charging through height. Skulls gets one. Effective flashbangs coming in for NaVi. coldzera completely blinded. Only good for 1, but Yuri has arrived and has put it all onto Wonderful. So 1v3, he's up against 2 snipers and a low HP Yuri. So there's a chance if he can get that heaven kill, but cello nails the shot when given the chance. People are probably hopping between streams, Jason, but hold that thought. I was about to start the conversation, but Ima's about to end it. Is falling, strikes into his back. BiT to remove Yuri, and Skulls' lobby push comes at a perfect time. Was so close to a double kill, but JL is very fast on that headshot. Keeps NaVi with 3 players apiece, and BiT is starting to wrap around the back of Fallen.
Yeah, Fallen's outpositioned here, and he doesn't seem aware of it whatsoever. He's trying to cover Mini for coldzera, who's in that upper bomb site all on his own, so he's not going to be checking anything in this direction, and BiT has found a way to wrap around outside. He can pause and wait and look for rotations, but if that ult never has to move, he'll never find the opportunity. Now cello's aware. Timing of his his rotation is going to be fast.
Good awareness from Bit, great movement to dodge the possibility of an up shot, and he climbs up. Cello's faster to the top of the ladder. It's going to be a close fight, and a no-scope from Cello. coldzera cleans up the rest, and it's 9 rounds.
You do have the AWP in Wonderful's hands, and that can be just as good as a smoke.
He's clearing so many strong positions at the moment. They can just post him up. But Cello's peek through the control room. They know exactly where he is, but he is still dishing out death. And Cello finally taken out by AlexiB's Deeg. And they're coming to try and respond to this one. Furia trying to get back into the side. Has to be a retake now. And they have got kits, but they haven't got utility. There's 2 flashes left. That's all they've got.
Skulls need to be patient, wait for his teammates to arrive. Waiting on the stairs, they both come down vents, but look at this trap set up. That door is going to spring open on Wonderful shot.
Wonderful misses the shot, door swings open, Bit gets the double with the tech. And it is Furia to collapse to pistols. NaVi find map point on Nuke. Deploying this utility.
You can do a lot of things in 20 seconds, Dinko.
Well, I'm sure you know about that, Jason. Now AlexiB and Emma charging their way into the lower bomb site. 9 seconds. Molotov clears out the back of the bomb site. Cello plays a double, but it's all about coldzera looking to try and pounce as the Panther denies the bomb plant, but they don't even go for it.
Yeah, I guess you can't. I guess you need 22 seconds.
22 seconds. This is a weird... I don't see this every day, Jason.
They've created this timing, though. They just dumped utility to delay at the upper bomb site. Fallen's in trouble. He's got the first.
Yeah, close shot, sure, but now they're going to be running into the secondary op. And Cello this time impales AlexiB. But NaVi, that's the bomb down. 34 seconds. Fire tickles the feet of Cello, and he needs to get out of there. 30 seconds for NaVi to decide where they want to go with this one, and whether or not this is overtime or it is victory for NaVi on map 1.
And Yuri's already dropped down below, so they have both bomb sites covered. coldzera at upper, Yuri on lower, and Cello is going to be here in support.
Yeah, from heaven to hell, he'll snipe away. coldzera staying at the back of the bomb site, unable to get a single kill, and Cello topples at heaven. It is Yuri in a 1v3, and he has to retake this site, and they know he's likely coming from that lower bomb site. Wonderful takes his head off, and NaVi start off their affair here at the Esports World Cup.
NaVi came in today, and they're like, we're gonna ruin Cello's afternoon. We're just gonna ruin his whole experience. Coming right at him at the B bomb site, shot in the face right in the first second, and then cleaned up, and that's the B bomb site loss. Hey, that's the pistol run done.
Yeah, it was pretty quick, wasn't it? Yeah. Is that the kind of CS you were hoping for?
That's it. That's it.
Now
right
you can
here.
lie back. You can enjoy. There is a Furia player hanging around. It's Skulls, but he's not spotting too much. So.
No, they've made the safe call. They're like, you have 2 pieces of armor. Okay, wait,
nope, they haven't quite yet. There's a kit on Fallen and a smoke too, so they want to go for this. Bit goes aggressive. Skulls, if he hit that flick, then Furia right back into it. But now it seems unlikely, but Fallen keeps proving us wrong with every step forward. Smoke inside of the site.
No
Deep Fuse being
way.
stuck. Fallen holding it all the way, but a last second knife from Bit. Make it a double, and that is NaVi with the pistol. We got the fun Counter-Strike Pimp was waiting for.
I'm so sorry, Fury. I was not familiar with your game.
That is a player advantage off the back of that glass cannon.
I'm wondering if Wonderful was even able to see Fallen on his screen with that kind of creepy crawl out like that. Fallen's able to get a freebie. Aggression on ramp with the op, though, is a trademark Fallen play, and he's going to keep it up. Little awkward inside this smoke.
Here's a Palace play finally coming out for Bit. He realizes his teammates feel rather uncomfortable, particularly AlexiB, but he's going to try and crunch with Emma as he tries and sandwich coldzera and Fallen into 2 players. Emma sweeps both under the rug. It's now NaVi a player ahead with 49 seconds left.
What a good timing for Ema to hit coming up, Khan. And you could see, too, you talked about NaVi feeling a little uncomfortable. Fallen as well felt really uncomfortable with the op close up at that bomb site, playing on the balcony, close up and ramp inside the smoke. And as he's backing away in transition, Ema's just able to get a nice, easy double kill and then clean it up. 3-0. Budge from Furia's defense at the moment. I think they feel that's a fake, but it's actually just buying time for the rest of NaVi to get in position to split.
But Fallen is the only player here, and he's only got an AWP, so multi-kill potential is certainly limited, and he's got himself one in AlexiB. Has to be perfect in his positioning, and the threat is in the apartments. Fallen under so much pressure, but a missed shot from Wonderful, and the help of coldzera keeps Furia in this one, and keeps Fallen alive for a second longer, but eventually JL will push forward, take out Fallen, and what an important round JL has had here, considering the fact he started the round with 50 health. They are just racking up the cash as well here for NaVi, so even if they were to, it might head towards his toes, but Alexi B slinks his way out through connector, and look at this timing for the in-game leader. Alexi B to drop Fallen, now eyes on the prize of Yuri, but he'll stand tall, he'll stand strong, and he'll turn back for JL, so a 2v2 off the back of Yuri finally arriving to Mirage.
Ooh, those flames might have hidden Ima's jump up in towards window. Cello can't see him around that wall.
He has to make the next move. Emma is stuck in this spot for the time being, and Wonderful is absolutely making that next move. Timing works against him on that pick on Cello, but will he detect the player at stairs? Certainly he will. Yuri falls off the bottom, and now it's just Cello trying to make this clutch happen. Running through the fire, running right into Emma, and the patience pays off. And then rely on Yuri to come and help him from short. So Cello has to peel away with one. Absolutely nails the kill on Bit, but then repeaks unnecessarily.
Yeah.
And that is going to give those kills back to NaVi in an instant.
Yeah, that repeat can't happen. That's a disaster. That's the losing play, because Yuri then gets limited in how he can play the situation. That repeat costs Furia so much.
He's right back into this one. 9 seconds, limited time here for NaVi to get that ball down, and Casterado from the depths of hell tries to pull them out of it, but can't quite get the job done at the end. A 3v3, even numbers for the retake, but certainly not even in terms of performance at the moment. NaVi sitting back, allowing Furia to move out, but they've got eyes on the exit points, and Furia have to go. They have to throw everything they've got in a desperate bid for the last round of this half, and NaVi bring them no mercy. JL and Wonderful will close a 12-0 flawless half from Natus Vincere. Punches his way through nothing. In fact, just error punches the whole time. And smoke goes down. It's a little bit of extra cover for Bit to work with. Imma takes out Cello quite swiftly. Castrada's doing everything he can here for Furia, but he's now gone. It's back and forth. This time NaVi ahead on players. And the bomb not down for Furia, but they've evened out those numbers at 2v2. And the last two remaining NaVi players are actually very low on health. Imma on 46, JL on 11. And it looks good now for Furia. This surely is their first round.
Oh, Yuri's getting tickled through that box with the USP. That's not doing a whole lot of damage. Tagged twice, down to 86 HP. That's not going to be super efficient. So, NaVi, how do they get back into this? Imma and JL starting to move forward just now.
Oh,
that's one way to do it.
Oh my god, there's time for this as well. Yuri looking to step up and save the disaster of a 13-0 loss. There's the first kill in the seconds, quick from Yuri. It is for getting the pistol and at least finding one.
Yeah, that was about pride. That's crazy to think about, how long he's been competing at the top, and he's still there. Elige as well, you're right. Plenty of years left in that career.
Well, maybe more left in this game than we thought. JL stopped Cello. That smoke isn't good, but it's working out kind of both ways. As Fallen picks JL out of the equation. Casterado trading, and it's very effective trading here from Furia. They're keeping themselves ahead, keeping their heads above water. And Imma in behind Ticket swings out to remove Fallen. And Furia yet to put the bomb down. It's getting a little more uncomfortable at this point. Imma creating an extra piece of cover. He can now reposition out to the left side of triple, and this is a really cool move from Imma. Now bomb plant is in, but will Casterado get away with his life? He has nowhere to go apart from dropping in behind Firebox, and Imma has to be aware of that. Wins the duel against Casterado, and now it's all down to Skulls. The new Panther in Furia steps up at least with another round here, and this game keeps on going. The rest of the squad at B. Wonderful is committed into lower with his AWP, and he gets away with it. He actually gets away with that kill on Casterado.
Then you have danger behind it. You have MP9 on
Alexi.
Alexi.
MP9 versus MAC-10 action. SMG is getting up inside of this B bomb site, and MAC-10 wins. Deagle comes in. Oh, JL, what a shot on the second. And JL still going, finally burned away by Fallen. Burnt to a crisp, and it might just be 5 rounds. All she wrote here for Furia, 2 versus 3 in the post plant. Bit coming back in from short. He's got that MP9 at range, and that AK wins every time. Bit is down, and the numbers now evened out, but Wonderful makes sure that that's short-lived, and it's all on Fallen. The Godfather himself, getting spotted at the back of the site. Half his health gone, and Wonderful will collapse upon him. NaVi with a 2-0 victory over Furia to open up the Esports World Cup.
Just once in my Counter-Strike life, I'd like to know what it feels like to be good with the Deagle, because JL just seems to be able to do it.